Is turkesterone a safer and healthier alternative to SARMs?
Dr. Tony Huge's response? Yes, it is. Is turkesterone the SARMs killer? Dr. Tony Huge, he just posted a video in response to me saying, Greg Doucette is wrong. SARMs will always be king. And so we're going to watch this video and see, do we agree or disagree?
SARMs are amazing. SARMs are already a miracle. SARMs are already nearly perfection.
I'm sorry to tell you, but that's not the case. I've seen the blood work of people taking SARMs, and it's not the miracle that we were hoping for. If it was, I'd be promoting SARMs. I would be selling SARMs. But from the kinds that I've coached, the blood work that I've seen, it's not as safe as we once hoped. If it was, perhaps to this day, it would be replacing HRT testosterone and everyone would be using SARMs. Not saying SARMs don't work, they clearly work, but at what cost?
SARM sales are plummeting and turkesterone sales are skyrocketing. So I agree to both of those, but I don't think that the people who would normally buy SARMs are now buying turkesterone as a replacement to SARMs.
And so he agrees with my statement where I said that sales of SARMs are going down and sales of turkesterone are going up. But he doesn't think that it's because people are buying SARMs are replacing that with turkesterone. He thinks that people buying SARMs are replacing it with steroids.
I think that a lot of the SARMs users are now using steroids.
I disagree. I do believe people are looking for the safer alternative. Instead of buying SARMs, they're buying turkesterone. SARMs, they clearly work. However, they work at a cost. It could be that they are lowering your body's natural production of testosterone, and so you have to go on a break from SARMs and do a PCT. During that PCT, you could in fact be taking turkesterone, or you could be avoiding taking SARMs in the first place and taking turkesterone as it doesn't cause your body's testosterone production to be diminished.
I think that a lot of the SARMs users are now using steroids.
That is a good point, and I could see that happening. Once you get more gains, your body continues to want even more gains. You have enhanced dopamine levels when you see the new gains.
SARMs were a gateway that got a lot of people who would never normally take something anabolic into the world of chemical enhancement.
When you have increased dopamine levels, your body continues to want even more. You see the muscle that you've gained and you want more. So people naturally could progress from taking turkesterone to taking SARMs and eventually taking steroids. That is not good. I don't want people to feel that they have to do this. You don't need to take anything. And if you're a teenager, do not take anything. And I am not a doctor. I'm not telling anyone to take SARMs or steroids without the advice of your doctor. Turkesterone, however, it is legal. It's not banned. You're not breaking any laws. And so you can take turkesterone. But if you're a teenager, please wait. Don't take it until you're older.
Remember, turkesterone has, from what I've heard and seen, I haven't seen any side effects from it. So that's the benefit, right? We're always doing a risk versus benefit analysis.
And so Dr. Tony Huge summarizes the results from these three products very well. Turkesterone, as far as we know, no side effects, but less of a reward, less muscle being built. SARMs, more side effects and more muscle. Steroids, even more side effects, yet the most amount of muscle. So if you do decide to take turkesterone, do realize it's not as strong as SARMs or steroids.
But that doesn't mean I wouldn't use turkesterone. I would use turkesterone on top also. Why not get an extra 5% benefit or muscle growth or anabolic response for no additional side effects?
I disagree with doing that. I do believe it's smarter to spread out what you're using. If you're taking SARMs, you're already going to be making significant gains. Why take turkesterone on top of that? Here is my advice. If you are in fact taking SARMs, and no, I'm not telling you to take SARMs. If you are taking SARMs, when you go off the SARMs, of which of course you have to, well, you should if you're smart, if you're getting your blood work done, at that point, add the turkesterone to keep the gains that you're making while taking the SARMs.
I see how it could be used by someone who still wants to claim natty and take something that has no side effects, but as far as the effectiveness, I mean, turkesterone's here and SARMs are here and steroids are here.
So he's saying, I can understand people wanting to take turkesterone, not taking SARMs. If you want to be 100% natural, if you want to claim natty status, you're competing in drug-tested sporting events, turkesterone is legal. You are legally allowed to take turkesterone without failing a WADA test, so legal for sport use.
Doucette is saying that turkesterone is natural because it's found in nature. testosterone is found in nature, so what's so unnatural about me injecting more testosterone into my body?
I mean, that's a stretch. And besides that, I was trying to say that if you take turkesterone, you can claim natural. If you take testosterone, you can't claim natural.
Imagine instead of taking 30 milligrams of Rad 140, which is what most people take, and then maybe 1 out of 3 people notice a little bit of change on their blood work.
I gotta disagree. I think it's a lot more than 1 out of 3 that are going to the doctor and seeing changes in their blood work. And he's saying it's not really fair to compare SARMS to turkesterone because the average person, for example, might be using 30 milligrams of Rad 140.
And most people have almost no change on their blood work. Like there's no side effects in most people at that dosage that are really relevant. But now imagine taking 5 milligrams of Rad 140.
And so he's saying, why not use a lower dose of Rad 140? For example, only 5 milligrams. If you lower the dose, you're lowering your side effects. I 100% agree. If you take less of the SARMs, you're going to get less of the potential dangers.
I think the 5 milligrams of Rad 140 is going to have no impact on blood work, no possible side effects. I'm just guessing.
And he's saying 5 milligrams of Rad 140 probably going to give you more benefits than turkesterone. Maybe, maybe not. Some people who are great responders to turkesterone are going to get much greater benefits than from 5 milligrams of Rad 140. Others may get no benefit from turkesterone. Others might take 5 milligrams of Rad 140 and not see the benefits. Or they might take 5 milligrams and get great benefits. It all depends. Some people are better responders to turkesterone, others better responders to SARMs.
Is turkesterone a safer and healthier alternative to SARMs?
And so the question is turkesterone a safer and healthier alternative to SARMs? Dr. Tony Hughes' response?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, in general, it is safer, it's healthier, but like if we're trying to build muscle, let's take someone who is older.
I agree. If you're older and you need testosterone, go see your doctor and get HRT. I'm not trying to say that turkesterone is a replacement for HRT.
Now we take someone who's 18 years old and they're worried about testosterone suppression and they're already pretty anabolic and they just want a little bit of extra benefit, then yeah, turkesterone makes sense. I mean, me personally, I wish I would have started SARMs or steroids when I was 21 years old, would have been the optimal time for me to start.
I gotta say the opposite. My advice, wait as long as possible before taking any supplement. If it's SARMs, steroids, turkesterone, all of it, try to make the gains you can 100% natural without it. And then when you need it, when you get to a peak, when you're at your natural genetic limit, then add it. Dr. Tony Hughes is saying, no, I would have preferred to take SARMs when I was only 21 years of age. Why? Why would you prefer to do that?
If I could go back to age 14 and take turkesterone, then I would have. I would have taken turkesterone as early as I could have.
100% disagree. If you're 14 years old, do not take anything. Nothing. Not pre-workout, none of it. You can make gains, newbie gains, without anything. Don't rely on supplements to help you get gains. Wait until you're older, until you're an adult, and then you can take them if you decide to. Hope you learned something. Ending it here. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette IB Pro. Please watch the bloops. The harder than last time supplements, they're over there. You can see them, right? There's no one in this video with me that added to the video, that commented or watched it. There's no one there, right? This is just the supplements. The turkesterone that we just discussed, click the link in the description. You can get that. Harder than last time supplements, the Circle Diet Book, cookbooks, coaching plans by me and my team. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment for the algorithm. And until next time, I am out.
That's hard work.
Can you believe this guy has a girl in the video the entire time and she says zero comment, not one thing, and all she does is sit there looking pretty? I never had that in my video. I don't do that.
Hey, it's hard work.